minute when Lee Dare got the winner for Rangers. Dare, the brother of Jason of Raith Rovers and nephew of Jim Baxter, giving Rangers victory in the Glasgow Cup.
Let's get straight to the action then, starting with the last Old Firm meeting of the season, Rangers against Celtic. There was a defiant message flying high over Ibrox in the moments before kick-off, but as the teams emerged, close on 46,000 Rangers fans were inside to greet them. Third-choice goalkeeper Colin Scott was pitched in for his Old Firm debut with Andy Gorham and Ali Maxwell, both out injured. Rangers showed two changes from the side which lost at Motherwell. Scott's inclusion was enforced. Mark Hateley's return in attack was expected. Celtic relied on the side that started the last three matches, with two exceptions, Peter Grant and Tony Mowbray in for Mike Galloway and Charlie Nicholas. Andy Gorham played his part, a surprise choice for the Broxy Bear outfit to escort mascot Christopher Sharp. The referee was Les Mottram from fourth, summariser Gordon McQueen, commentator Jerry McNee.
So away we go for the final Old Firm game of the season. Absolute bedlam here at Ibrox Stadium. A crowd of just under 46,000. And a unique occasion, all Rangers fans. And this is an occasion that the historians will talk about in the future. I wonder if we'll also talk about the game itself. There's Ellie McCoist in early action. A man with a special scoring record against Celtic. He scored 24 goals against the Parkhead club, spanning 11 seasons. Quite remarkable achievement.
Well, Celtic have had a few injury problems, but it's apparent at this early stage of the game that Mowbray's beginning taking care of Hateley, and McNally picking up McCoist, and Dorchek sweeping behind the two, with Lee Martin pushing up, and he's unaccustomed left back spot, and young Barry Smith in the right back position.
His Old Firm debut this afternoon. And the same for Simon Donnelly. Players like Willie Faulkner as well, experiencing this atmosphere for the first time. But there's a seasoned campaigner, Peter Grant, putting in the challenge on Robertson. So his experience will be vital to Celtic this afternoon. He's played in so many of these matches. He's made, in fact, more than 300 first-team appearances. But here's McCoist! It's Trevor Stephen. Well, Pat Bonner making a tremendous stop from Ali McCoist, and then Trevor Stephen.
Well, this looks like the first goal of the game here. Mowbray and Hateley fighting it out for it. Breaks lovely to McCoist. He hits it well, but a good block by Paddy Bonner.
So a very determined start by Rangers. And good handling by the Celtic keeper. This is a big afternoon for him, having just come back into the first team. It's his 37th appearance of the season. He's had 14 shutouts so far, but in and out of the team. And glad to be back now, especially with the World Cup coming up. Presley's header, Ferguson. Off at his route to goal cut off there by McGinley. Who had to concede the throw-in.
I think he might have been aware there of not putting Colin Scott under too much pressure at such an early stage in the game, just cleared the danger rather than attempt to pass back.
The challenge going in there from Gough. It's away by McPherson. This is McCoist. It was Mowbray who got the touch. And it's Ferguson. Good play by Ferguson to McCall. Stephen. This is Robertson. McCall's ahead of him. Still it's Robertson. Well, he scored a goal a couple of weeks ago, but his teammates crying out for the ball there. McCall was just ahead of him. Gordon Jury was wide on the left, but he elected to go it alone.
Yeah, and elected to kick it with his right foot. He'd no option actually, and obviously not his strongest foot. Many good goals. We've seen David Robertson scoring about that left foot. We really can thump them with that.
Switch of play to McGinley. Barry Smith's running in support. Getting in a good cross and well handled by Colin Scott, with Simon Donnelly coming in.
It's nice to see both youngsters there, Barry Smith. I'm saying youngster, Colin Scott's a reasonably experienced goalkeeper, but it's nice to see them getting into the thick of the action early on. Nice cross there from Barry Smith and good handling by Colin Scott.
Trevor Stephen, McPherson's away to the right. Trevor Stephen solidly challenged. It was Peter Grant who did well for Celtic there. And this is McCall for Rangers. Switch to Haitley. Robertson's charging forward in support. It's played shot though to McCall. And the referee awarding a free kick to Rangers. It's played through looking for Roberts, and he topples to the ground, claims for a penalty. But the referee waves him away. It was Barry Smith who collided with the Rangers defender. And Les Mottram, the World Cup referee, immediately shook his head.
Well, it's one of these difficult ones for the referee. David Robertson just gets in front of Barry Smith here, but I don't think it was a penalty. Les Mottram correct here.
This is Ferguson. Misunderstanding between Goff and Scott. Amid the bedlam here in the stadium. Very difficult to hear one another. This is Goff playing the long one for Jury. And it's Barry Smith who makes the challenge. Rangers have the throw.
Yeah, well, certainly Lou McCarrick's tactics are working so far. With the 5 in the middle of the park, the Rangers are finding it difficult to get width, and Jury in particular.
And again, up the long throw from Robertson. And again in towards Haitley. This is Mowbray trying to get it clear, and eventually it's McGinley. This is Goff toiling a bit. He's caught by Donnelly. There could be something on here for Celtic. They're pouring players forwards to Litch Donnelly. McGinley's calling for it in the middle, but Goff recovers.
Certainly, Simon Donnelly isn't overawed by the occasion. He's had a very impressive start to the game. And could have caused Rangers more problems there if they'd been a bit more direct, instead of taking the ball wide after robbing Goff.
It's Ferguson's header. It's away by Martin. Robertson struggling there. In comes Presley. And a free kick against Goff. Well, Rangers really making life difficult for themselves.
That was good experience play for Donnelly for an inexperienced youngster, just sort of backing into Goff a little bit there, and Goff's got to climb over the top of them. And now Celtic have got a free kick in a dangerous position.
Well, after Rangers' positive start, Celtic have been coming more and more into this match, and I think the sense of vulnerability in this Rangers defence. Mistakes are being made, and one of them leading to this free kick. And the referee wants the Rangers defensive wall to retreat just a bit more. Well, Celtic could really silence this huge crowd here. It's Collins. It's a magnificent goal by John Collins. 29 minutes gone here at Ibrox. Rangers 0, Celtic 1. And really self-inflicted wounds by Rangers, giving away the free kick. But what a mighty strike by Collins right to the top corner.
Yeah, well, we're half expecting the Dovcek thunderbolt there. But Collins steps up and flights this beautifully into the top right-hand corner. And the goal greeted by deafening silence here at Ibrox.
There's Lou McCarry with Frank Connor. He'll certainly be happy, having survived the early effort by Ali McCoy. Celtic have gradually got themselves into this game. This is Trevor Stephen. The Rangers know too that if they slip up today, the lead could be cut back to just 3 points. But here they come forward now. McCoy's in there, but the ball spins behind for the goal kick to Celtic.
The Celtic back three really are defending well, particularly crosses coming in like this one from Trevor Stephen. McNally and Mowbray not giving Haitley McCoist an inch.
It's Goff's header. Peter Grant struggling a bit there. It's McCall who pounces. David Robertson runs in support. It's played through though, looking for Haitley. Trevor Stevens here, the goalkeeper was it away. Bonner under a lot of pressure there. This is McPherson for Rangers. And for McCoist, who's quickly closed down. Celtic defenders working hard, doing the job well so far. This is Ferguson. Good ball to Robertson. It's away by McNally. This is Jury. Hateley's up there. And a lot of Celtic players around him. And the danger's cleared. This is Goff. Ferguson. Trevor Stephen. Looking for Hateley. Corner to Rangers. So a huge cheer goes up as Rangers attempt to battle their way back into this game. Time running away from them as half-time approaches. Trevor Stephen delivering the corner. And that's off the line by Martin. Wee Martin responding well. Still Rangers have it. It's played through by Goff. So Lee Martin to Celtic's rescue.
Yeah, it's a good corner here by Trevor Stephen, just flies it into the near post. Backward header by Matt Hateley, but Lee Martin clears it off the Celtic goal line.
It's a free kick to Rangers. Well, can they pull it back here? Right on the interval. Psychologically, always a great time to score. Richard Goff's well forward. And that's a corner.
Yeah, wise to keep the ball well away from Paddy Bonner, because he's been commanding his penalty area this whole first half, coming and clutching everything.
So again, Trevor Stephen floats in the corner towards the near post. Not a good one at all. And Peter Grant clears the danger. There goes the half-time whistle. Well, the reaction of the crowd, I think, tells the story. There's the man who put Celtic ahead after 29 minutes, skipper John Collins. A free kick conceded by Richard Goff, right on the edge of the box, and Collins striking the ball brilliantly high to Colin Scott's right. The half-time score here at Ibrox, Rangers 0, Celtic 1. The lineup as the second half gets underway. Rangers have Mikhailichenko and Duncan Ferguson on the bench. Celtic have Paul Byrne and Brian McLaughlin. Well, Celtic have won this corresponding fixture for the past 3 years, despite Rangers winning the league. They won 3-0 in March 91, 2-0 in March 92, and 2-1 last year, which in fact ended a 44-game unbeaten run by Rangers. Celtic winning 2-1 at Parkhead. The goals by Collins, who scored today, and Andy Payton, who's since left. Collins to Faulkner. Now it's Grant. Donnelly. Holding off Goff. And he wins the throw-in for Celtic. In fact, the ball spinning, bouncing behind for the corner kick.
As a bit of the Celtic fans aren't here to see the performance of Simon Burnley today, I'm sure they'd have been greatly encouraged. It's always nice to see somebody coming through the youth policy and making an impression at Parkhead, and certainly today here at Ibrox, that he's doing.
It's been a meteoric rise. That was McNally who got in the initial header, but now the ball's picked up by McCall. This is Ian Ferguson for Rangers. McPherson. That's Presley. Jury. Rangers making no great headway at all. Ian Ferguson back to Goff. McCall is shouting for the ball away out on the right-hand side. This is Jury. Goes behind for the goal kick. Well, Pat Bonner seemed to have that covered comfortably.
Yeah, it was a patient build-up by Rangers, knocking the ball about. Eventually fell to Jury, but it was way off the mark. Pat Bonner dives to his right, nevertheless.
It's Robertson getting a touch for Rangers. Jury's in there as well. Away by Dovcek. It's a Rangers ball. Aimed at Haitley. Laid off by McCoist. It's Haitley. And Bonner turns it away for the corner. And that will encourage the Rangers fans up.
I'm not so sure whether this was going in. Certainly Mark Haitley connects well enough. I'm not sure whether that one was going to drift past the post, but Pat Bonner taking no chances.
That's Trevor Stephen with the corner. And the referee awarding the free kick to Celtic. The Rangers really failing to capitalise on set pieces. Trevor Stephen getting his head to the ball. Now it's Ian Ferguson. Stephen. Through for Haitley, who timed his run nicely to get away from Mowbray. It's McNally who clears. And Barry Smith got it away. But fine running by Haitley. He timed it perfectly to get away from Mowbray. Got in the cross, but Celtic managed to scramble it clear. This is McCall. Lifting it through, looking for Robertson. And using his pace. That's away by Mowbray. Returned by Jury.
Yeah, McNally and Mowbray. The concentration's been magnificent in this game. Looks as though Mark Haitley might get there first, but Mowbray comes charging in and heads that one well away to Jury, who knocks it back into the hands of Pat Bonner. So
Alexei Mikhailichenko looks as though he's just about ready to come on. Well, again, two players going for the one ball, Presley and Robertson. Again, it sums up the way Rangers are playing this afternoon. An angry verbal exchange. The Rangers about to make a change. They're taking Presley off, and Alexei Mikhailichenko. Come on.
Yeah, I think Walter Smith's well aware that Rangers need a bit more width in this game. It just really hasn't been happening for him. Quite simply because of the Celtic's tactics, which have worked wonderfully well.
This is Mikhailichenko. Ferguson. Trevor Stephen. The Rangers have shown a lot of fighting qualities this season. We'll have to draw on them now. That's Bonner again, no. And he takes that one well. Challenge coming in from Ali McCoist.
Well, he does take that one well, and Trevor Stephen firing in the cross, but as I mentioned, I mean, it's a flawless game this afternoon.
Well, Rangers were a team going for the treble. So far, they look like a team that's just wants the season to end. They've really got to buck themselves up here. They've got to find something from somewhere. Haitley trying to force a play through. The chance is on for Jury, but the ball broke away from him as he took his first touch.
Yeah, well, Jury's first touch lets him down here in a great situation there, but the ball just runs away from him.
And he gets in the cross here, but again it's well handled by Pat Bonner. And the game he's having.
Great opportunity for Jury there, just poor control let him down, but he was in with a shot on Bonner.
So Rangers about to make a second change. Duncan Ferguson, the £4 million man, comes on, and Ali McCoist leaves the field.
With Duncan Ferguson on now, I fully expect an aerial bombardment. But in saying that, Mowbray, McNally and Dovcek have handled the aerial threat of Haitley wonderfully well so far.
Trevor Stephen is taken out of the play, and free kick. So it's Jury with the free kick. A lot of height here now in this Rangers attack, but it's Mowbray who's there. It's Trevor Stephen. Just failed to keep that one down. A fine effort nonetheless.
Well, he makes fabulous contact here after this free kick's headed back out towards him in the edge of the 18-yard box. He really gets behind this one with his left foot. It sails over the bar.
It's Donnelly. Ian Ferguson giving chase. It's Donnelly again. Celtic could finish it all off here. It's Faulkner trying to force his way through. But McCall did enough to block his progress. There's Duncan Ferguson getting a touch. Hateley's in there with Mowbray. McNally responds. Here's Mikhailichenko. Good play by Mikhailichenko, left by Jury. And it's swept away by Collins. He got to it just before Trevor Stephen. But everyone expecting Jury to have a go there. That looked like handball by McGinley, but the referee allows play to go on. It was delightful play by Mikhailichenko. Here come Rangers again.
I tell you what, that Celtic defence has been absolutely magnificent today. Mowbray's won every single header. And McNally's not been far behind.
Mikhailichenko. Long ball floated in by Goff. Then Mowbray responds. It's away by Collins to Grant. This is Donnelly. Played through by Martin to Faulkner.
Well, once again, Simon Donnelly involved. Knocks it out to Martin. Now, Wally Faulkner hits this here, but he just delays on it a little bit. It swims past the post. A little half chance there.
Ferguson almost caught there. He covers though. Played through by Goff. Touch on by Duncan Ferguson. This is Hateley. That's Mikhailichenko. Rangers need a touch of magic from this man. Still it's Mikhailichenko. Still Mikhailichenko. Oh, he's done it! It's an incredible goal by Alexei Mikhailichenko. And Ibrox Stadium goes absolutely wild. Tremendous skills from the Ukrainian player. Jinking past player after player and delivering the shot that took a deflection. But still tremendous play by Alexei Mikhailichenko.
Well, we said, Gerard, he needed a touch of magic. Well, I think it was maybe a touch of luck they got there. I mean, Mikhailichenko picks the ball up and comes inside a couple of players, but it takes a wicked deflection. Comes inside here, inside, looks up, nudges it again, hits it, and a wicked deflection. Think off Matt McNally and into the back of the net. Cruel luck for Pat Bonner and the Celtic defence.
But it doesn't matter how they go in, as long as they get there. Well, can Rangers go in and win it now? Well, a rather rash cross by Mark Hateley. The adrenaline obviously pumping. Now Celtic about to make a change. Paul Byrne is the man coming on. And it's Simon Donnelly, who's run the legs off himself. He's played absolutely magnificently, and he can look back with a lot of pride on his Old Firm debut.
It's a terrific match on Simon Donnelly, and I think you can confidently predict that he's going to turn out to be a player.
Mikhailichenko to Robertson. McPherson. Duncan Ferguson gets a touch. This is McNally. Under pressure from Hateley. And Hateley wins the corner kick. We're inside the final minute of the match. Can Rangers win on an afternoon when they've underperformed? It would be a bit unfair in Celtic, who've put so much into it, but when did fairness ever come into an Old Firm scenario? It's Trevor Stephen with the corner. Duncan Ferguson climbs. Now it's McCall. Ball takes a deflection. Away by Martin, only as far as Trevor Stephen. It's McPherson, but the referee spotted an infringement. It's a free kick to Celtic.
Well, they certainly came close to getting the winner there. Trevor Stephen swings this one way over to the back post. Great leap by Duncan Ferguson and a good header. John Collins clears this one off the line.
Well, free kick to Rangers, taken by Goff and given away. And there goes the final whistle. So it's honours even for the last Old Firm match of the season. There's the man who got Rangers out of jail, Alexei Mikhailchenko. Great play by him as he cut in from the left. A touch of good fortune as the ball come off McNally, but a vital goal for Rangers. The final score here at Ibrox Stadium: Rangers 1, Celtic 1.
There was 1 yellow card for Rangers, 4 for Celtic. Almost 46,000 watched it. Afterwards, Paul spoke to Walter Smith, but first to Lou McCarry.
Good day for us, Paul, considering everything that was in front of us. You know, we came here with no supporters. We came here with half a team in terms of people on the treatment table and missing from our normal lineup. 4 lads who'd never played an Old Firm match. Some players who'd come back from injury. Tony Mowbray, who we didn't know till 1:30 because we picked him up on the way to McDonald Hotel. We didn't know till 1:30 if he was going to be playing or not. I think considering all that, and I think we've done well.
Do you think that spurred your players on even more?
Oh, I think the fact that we weren't allowed our support in here was a real goal for us in the dressing room before the game. We were ready for them. We were disappointed we didn't have any support here, and we were going to try and make up for the fact that we had nobody here by getting them a result over at Celtic Park where the reserves were playing.
How did you feel when the ball hit the back of the net when John Collins scored from the free kick?
I didn't know we'd scored. Nobody stood up and cheered. I thought there's something wrong here, but a strange experience. I'd never like to experience it again because although we've got a result out here, I think the sad part of today is the fact that there was nobody from Celtic here to watch us.
A lot of performances this season the team have been criticised for, but Simon Donnelly is a real find.
I think the team has been criticised unfairly for performances where people have said they haven't even tried to perform, and that hurt me. And the players went out here today, and to a man, they've stood up against 47,000 people. They've stood up against 13 Rangers players, and I'm in no doubt, and even though I'm a little bit biased, I'm in no doubt our players looked the hungrier of the 2 sets of players. So 1 or 2 people hurt us early in the year when they said they didn't try today or they didn't do all that well. So we've made up for it today.
Well, it was a very tight game. I've struggled for long spells in the game to try and create things. We had almost all the territorial advantage for the 90 minutes, by the way. Celtic set themselves out to play, and we just never had that little spark that was necessary to break them down. We got a little bit of break and a deflected goal. But I think when you have as many players back as that, that's the type of goal that you may be liable to lose under the circumstances. And I was just pleased to see it going on.
It seemed to help Celtic, the fact that they didn't have the support. They felt everything was against them.
Well, I mean, I thought before the game, because we've experienced it in recent seasons at Leeds United, it doesn't affect what happens on the pitch. And I thought a lot of the stuff that was mentioned before the game is totally wrong. You have no influence on the referee. No decent referee would allow themselves to be influenced by the crowd anyway. And I think that showed that. And, you know, whether you agree with what was done or whether you don't, the one thing is certain that it has no effect on what happens on the pitch, and that's a couple of times I've experienced it now, and I think it's wrong of anybody to consider if it does do.
Jerry, what were your overall impressions?
It's a game that told you nothing new. Rangers defensively are not good enough. They couldn't possibly get into Europe with that defence next season. Walter Smith knows that. That's why he'll buy a right back, he'll buy a centre back, and he's looking at midfield. And they need some width as well. So a lot of money will be spent by Rangers in a close season.
In the thick of it early on, but Pagot got down well to make the save. Haitley was clearly in the mood, and he came so close again. A great diving header coming up from Houster's cross. On the half-hour, Rangers had another chance to break the deadlock. Haitley's head flick on eventually fell to Houstra, and only some desperate defending kept the Dundee goal intact. Into the second half, and Rangers continued to work hard for the opening goal. David Robertson moved steadily down the left, and he squared it. Gary Stevens lined up the shot. Pagot saved well. But Dundee then had a curious chance themselves. Dave McPherson's pass back was booted out by Scott. But McEwen headed straight back over the keeper's head and almost into the back of the net. At the other end, Trevor Stevens' persistence almost paid off in a big way. He kept at it. He found Ian Ferguson, who cracked a shot over the top. Substitute Alexei Mikhailichenko got into the danger area, and doing well to stay on his feet, he just missed the target. But the last good chance of this match fell to Dundee. Britton crossed from the left, and McQuillan should have scored with the header. So in the end, no goals, but that didn't disappoint the home support too much. A sixth successive championship had been clinched.
It's nice to win the championship, obviously. Bit disappointed that we didn't come out with a win, but you know, we had a few chances today, just didn't put the ball in the back of the net. But you know, 6 in a row, I think it's a tremendous achievement. You know, hopefully we can keep going.
I think we've been a wee bit packed the last 2 or 3 games or whatever, but that's all. The season's over 40 odd games or whatever, and we proved we were the best team over that length of time, and now we've got to look forward to next week.
I thought the fans were absolutely magnificent today. If that weren't enclosure behind that goal, I hope they'll stay there next season because they were absolutely brilliant. And they give us support like that next Saturday, then you know, we won't go far wrong. We'll get them a treble. Cheers, Niz's. Niz's only contribution this season. There you go.
We won the championship after 40 games. You know, just got on to 44 the last 4 games. We haven't been under any pressure to win the games, and I think it's showed in our performances. We haven't played that well. But I'd rather I could handle that every season, winning them after 40 games anyway. You know?
Feels great, Jim. Feels as good as it did the first one. And I think the best team always wins a league over the period of the season. And I think we've proved that. It's been a lot tougher this year, but I think we've proved we deserve a title.
Why has it been tougher, Ali, this season?
I think there's been 1 or 2 things you could I think the boys' diet's not been great this season.
Too much to know, Ali.
I think the boys' diet's haven't been great, Jim, you know. But
it's food for thought, isn't it?
Certainly food for thought, Jim, and we're just pleased to have it won. It's been a long season, and we're pleased. It's been we've still got a cup final obviously to go next week, but you can see that with the lads. We've felt a little bit more pressure this year. We've had injuries and 1 or 2 suspensions and stuff like that, and we haven't played as well as we did the season before. But the main thing is we've won the league, and we're looking forward to the cup final next week.
Walter, 6 in a row. Is there a sense of relief that it's been achieved?
There's a sense of relief that the season's over, and a sense of we've had to overcome, you know, plenty of injuries and problems over the season to win it. But yeah, I wouldn't use relief now. I think everybody's delighted. I think at the end of the game today, the supporters stayed behind and showed their appreciation of that, and I thought that was a terrific bit from them, because you know, in the build-up to today's game, we haven't played particularly well in the last few weeks, and we haven't got the results, but they were there today, and they showed that they enjoyed it, and they showed that they're still appreciating the fact that we are winning championships season in, season out.
All right, we'll be looking for your calls in a couple of minutes. There's a number, 0500 404 000. The lines are open.